What's going on? Today we're going to be discussing how to choose a proper web host. We get this question a lot. Why is my hosting provider not performing to what we need it to be based on the tools, or even, we use Google Search Console sometimes, and you'll get reports back from Google saying things like your server response time's low or what have you. But today we're going to answer that question. If this is something you're interested in, please stay tuned. The first way to determine which website host you should use is by looking at our do not use list. Number one, GoDaddy. If you're on GoDaddy still, yeah, I'm gonna say you probably shouldn't be on there, especially if you're doing a WordPress website. HostGator, Bluehost, not to down talk these companies, but they're on shared hosting environments, which means that you're sharing your host with potentially hundreds of other websites. What can happen is if one of those websites have an issue and have a huge spike in traffic for something, it potentially might take your website down. So I listed out some of the hosts we don't recommend down in the description below. So make sure, number one, avoid those if you're trying to do a WordPress website. If you're just posting up a static website or something easy, by all means, if it's cheaper, go for it. But there are other hosts out there that are gonna be fully optimized for WordPress, and it's going to help boost your website's performance and definitely stay above your competitors. So which host is there? There's a host named WP Engine. They're a very credible host. They have multiple hosting environments, meaning that you can have a development environment, a staging environment, and a production environment, all so that you can work on new features, stage content without actually working on the live site, which is really nice, because the worst thing that you can do is be working on production and then your site goes down and then your dev or tech team can't resolve it right away, and now you're losing potential clients, customers, traffic, what have you, because that site's down. Having a host that has multiple environments is very important. Outside of WP Engine, there's a host named Kinsta that offers this, Cloudways. There's a few others out there that have multiple environments as well, and we'll make sure to put all that in the description below so that you can get all the recommended hosts that we recommend. But outside of that, you're gonna want something that is scalable and that has some built-in support as well. All the hosts that we previously just recommended and that's linked below have this. One thing that a lot of our clients always are complaining about is like when they're on these shared hosting providers like GoDaddy, Bluehost, HostGator, the support is there, but it's more like they're not going to give you too much technical support. It's going to be more about billing or subscriptions, or if there's any outages or anything, and they're going to send you to an outage down tracker. They're not really going to be able to help you with anything technical around like, is this WordPress error causing issues? Did a plugin update and then break my site? So like, you really want a host that has extensive WordPress knowledge and that can offer support in that area. So make sure that whoever you choose, you have experts on their support staff that can help you with your website. And then the third and most important thing to consider when choosing a web host is scalability. Is your web host just simply increasing resources when you're down? Like when you have a ton of traffic and like you gotta pay more and scale up? Or do they have dedicated hosting environments that you can grow into and then scale and hit critical mass with the users that visit your website? Again, like some of these shared hosting providers, they have dedicated environments, but again, from a development standpoint, working with them, integrating that hosting environment with your dev team's workflows to automate things, to make things more efficient when working on your website is very challenging. At least right now in 2023. Maybe they're working on making a better developer experience, but platforms like WP Engine, Kinsta, Cloudways, they have a really nice way to integrate your own development team's workflows directly into the web host. And that's definitely a very important factor when considering a web host for your business's website. Is your web host slow? As a thank you for watching this video, we'll do a complete technical analysis and website audit on your website. I left a link in the description below. This audit will give you information not only around technical and performance metrics of your website, but it'll also give you some user experience feedback, some relevancy and content feedback around like if you're talking to the right audience. And it's just overall, it's a really awesome way to get started to start improving your website. You'll get actionable steps on what you can do right now to make your website better. So just go check that out in the link below, and I look forward to auditing your website and talking to you further about it. Take care.